Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Friday, February 13th. Coming up on Cullman Today, Governor Kay Ivey has signed a new law aimed at tougher penalties for child predators. Plus, Cullman police say they're training officers for Alabama's medical cannabis rollout, including what's legal, required documentation, and impaired driving enforcement. And Cullman's Art District will be the place to be Saturday. A Mardi Gras parade, Gumbo cook-off, and downtown specials all day. All this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Governor Kay Ivey signed the Child Predator Death Penalty Act into law Thursday, making it one of her top priorities this legislative session. The measure, sponsored by Representative Matt Simpson of Daphne and Senator April Weaver of Briarfield, strengthens penalties for certain felony sex crimes against children under the age of 12. Under the new law, convictions for first-degree rape and first-degree sodomy, along with other specified offenses, would be treated as capital crimes, making the death penalty a possible sentence under Alabama's capital process. Supporters say the move is aimed at giving Alabama's strongest legal protection to children and deterring would-be offenders. The push for tougher penalties also follows heightened attention on child exploitation cases statewide, including a major 2025 investigation in Bibb County that led to multiple arrests involving allegations against children. The law takes effect October 1st. As Alabama's medical cannabis program continues its phased rollout, Cullman Police Chief Joey Duncan said local officers are training to apply the law consistently while protecting public safety. Medical cannabis is regulated at the state level by the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission, which oversees patient registration, licensing, approved product forms, and packaging standards. However, enforcement of criminal laws and traffic laws still falls to local agencies. Duncan said patients and registered caregivers who carry medical cannabis in Cullman should be ready to show a valid medical cannabis card and keep products in the original commission-approved packaging with proper labeling. He said that labeling and documentation help officers quickly confirm lawful possession, and missing documentation or unapproved packaging would require additional investigation under existing law. He emphasized that medical cannabis authorization does not change impaired driving enforcement. Officers will continue using observed behavior, standardized field sobriety tests, and established procedures when impairment is suspected. Duncan said training will continue as the program moves forward full operation. Once dispensaries are open, the department also plans follow-up with Joey Robertson of Wagon Trail Hemp Farms to help officers recognize lawful packaging and credentials. Cullman will get a new Mardi Gras celebration this weekend as the Cullman Area Chamber Foundation hosts its inaugural Mardi Gras parade and Gumbo cook-off in the Art District. The event is set for tomorrow in the 4th Street Southwest and Cotton Creek area. Organizers say it will be a family-friendly afternoon featuring a Mardi Gras parade followed by a Gumbo cook-off with teams competing for bragging rights and community pride. A Gumbo cook-off tasting is also planned. $10 gets you 5 tastings and a chance to vote for the People's Choice winner. All proceeds benefit the Cullman Area Chamber Foundation and support local scholarships, with the foundation's broader focus on education and leadership development. Several downtown businesses are also getting into the Mardi Gras spirit. The Goat at Cotton Creek plans themed drinks. Jubilee Kitchen and Bar is offering a limited-time Mardi Gras cocktail menu through February 17th. And Hank's Sports Bar in Rumors Deli says it will be celebrating throughout the day around the parade. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, a Cold Springs softball standout shares how faith has shaped her life on and off the field. Plus, high school hoops goes win or go home this weekend with AHSAA sub-regionals. Sports is next. Welcome back. Cold Springs junior softball player Leila Pearl says her faith has helped her through grief and other tough seasons in her life. She says getting involved with church in 2024 was a turning point and that worship music played a major role in changing her outlook. Pearl says the songs Gratitude and Who Else helped her feel encouraged, build hope, and grow closer to God during a difficult time. Pearl says she leaned on guidance from her youth pastor and Christian broadcaster Bryce Crawford as she continues learning and growing in her faith. She hopes to be a positive role model for other students, not just in school, but in sports as well, and wants to encourage others who may be struggling to find community and support through church. Pearl says prayer is a part of her daily routine, and it's also a big part of softball. She says she prays before games, prays with her outfield teammates during games, and joins her team in prayer after practices and contests. And high school basketball postseason tips off this weekend with AHSAA sub-regionals. Girls play tonight and boys play tomorrow. It's single elimination, win or go home, with area champions hosting the runner-up. Winners move on to the regional tournaments February 17th through 25th at Wallace State, with the Final Four set for March 2nd through 7th at the BJCC Legacy Arena in Birmingham. Good luck, and we hope your team wins. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, Cullman and Winston County cattle producers can get a free BQA certification at an upcoming training. We'll tell you when, where, and how to sign up. Plus, need a break from the usual Valentine's dinner plans? We've got 5 easy, low-pressure date ideas, including a thrift store challenge, a sunset picnic, and more. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. A big milestone in Bremen this week. A World War II veteran just turned 100 years old. Reporter Annabelle Howes will take us to the Bremen Volunteer Fire Department, where Leldon Stricklin shares the simple advice he credits for a long life.
A World War II veteran from Cold Springs was honored with a special milestone celebration. Leldon P. Stricklin was born February 3, 1926, and was the youngest of 5 children. He was drafted into the U.S. Army during his senior year of high school and served 25 months during World War II. After returning home, Stricklin married May Dooley in 1944 and went on to raise 4 sons. His family has since grown to include 8 grandchildren, 28 grandchildren, and 11 great-great-grandchildren. Friends, family, and community members celebrated Stricklin's 100th birthday on Sunday, February the 8th at the Bremen Fire Station in Bremen. This has been Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today.
North Alabama Agriplex is hosting a morning quilting class from 10 a.m. until noon, teaching the basics of a half-square triangle table runner or wall hanging, a simple project that can add a handmade touch to your home. Organizers say the class is open to beginners and anyone wanting a refresher, with step-by-step instruction designed to build confidence and creativity at the sewing machine. A personal sewing machine is required to practice. Youth ages 12 to 15 are welcome, but they must register and attend with a paid registered adult. Cost is $30 per person and space may be limited, so early registration is encouraged. Looking for a different way to spend Valentine's Day this year? Here are 5 low-pressure date ideas that don't require fancy reservations. First, try the $10 thrift store date challenge at a spot like the Foundry in Cullman. Set a timer and pick out fun finds for each other. Next, do a sunset picnic with coffee or hot chocolate and local bakery treats, even if you stay in the car. Long-term couples can recreate their first date, but keep it simple. For a cozy twist, do a bookstore or library blind date. Pick a book for your partner and read together. And finally, make it a dream board night and build a shared vision for the future. Cullman and Winston County cattle producers can get certified next month at a local beef quality assurance or BQA training. The Cullman-Winston BQA training is set for Tuesday, March 3rd at 5 p.m. at Seymour's Barbecue located at 34 County Road 137 in Cullman. Organizers say the nationally recognized BQA program helps build consumer confidence by promoting proper cattle management practices, strong animal care standards, and safe, high-quality beef production. Attendees can earn a free 3-year BQA certification, learn best management practices that protect their operation, and connect with other producers and industry professionals. Registration is free but required. To sign up online, visit ahsas.edu. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Larry Eugene Terry, 76, of Cullman, passed away Wednesday, February 11th. Graveside service will be Monday, February 16th at 11 a.m. at Cullman City Cemetery. Dorothy Elizabeth Drummond, 101, of Ardmore, passed away Thursday, December 11th. Burial was at Shelton Grove Baptist Church Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today looks beautiful. Sunny skies with a high near 63 and light, calm winds. Tonight, clouds will start to move in, but it stays mild with a low around 40. Saturday turns mostly cloudy, still warm with a high near 65. Winds stay light, becoming a gentle south-southeast breeze in the morning. Saturday night is when the weather changes. Showers develop mainly after midnight with a low around 52. Rain is likely with a 90% chance. Sunday looks like the wettest day of the stretch. Expect showers and possibly a thunderstorm with a high near 67 and a 100% chance of rain. Sunday night, things begin to taper off, a 30% chance of showers and storms before midnight, then mostly cloudy with a low near 49. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful weekend, Cullman.